Consumer is always they are trying to go for consumption. Customer is always with the intention for resale the product. So channel of distribution is a pathway or the course or route through which the product delivered or spread out. So most of the product you can directly the producer can sell to end consumer. Okay, few product are depending on the different intermediaries or distributors. Okay, or agent. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysore, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 4, Section 1, first semester BCom. Place in marketing mixer. So already in the marketing mixer we covered like a place, product, okay. So product, price, promotion. Last one is place. It is very important. The place is very important because the producer, whenever they are producing the product based on the consumer so requirement, so how, which is nothing but the distribution channel, you can see the physical distribution in case of physical product, in case of service product, in case of industrial product. So the distribution is playing a very important. So today my agenda, the meaning of place meaning and the channel of distribution meaning, the channel of distribution definition, the types of channel of distribution. So in any company, unless they are not preparing the strategy for the distribution, it is very important for any marketer. Based on the distributions only, they are trying to the flow from the producer to end consumer, how the goods and service will reach to the end consumers. So the meaning, which is nothing but place or placement, has to do with how the product will be provided to the ultimate customer. Now, I told you in the last class, last session, there is a difference between consumers and customer. Consumer is always, they are trying to go for consumption. Customer is always with the intention for resale the product. Okay, so which is actually now placement. If any retailers, they want to place any particular company product, of course the producer are dispatching the goods to end consumer. Okay, in between there are number of mediators are playing an important role here. So the distribution, how it is distributing from the producer to number of mediators or agent or distributor. So finally it will reach to the end consumers. Distribution is a key elements of placement. The distribution strategy, the distribution channel, which company are depending. Okay, the company are depending based on the distribution channel, how they are selecting. Right channel of distribution they are selecting. The placement strategy will help access what channel is the most suited to the product, because there are million of product is offered to the end consumer. So you need to identify the nature of the product, you have to study properly. The distribution channel will keep on company to company, it is varied, right? So each and every product which is completely depending on the distribution channel, distribution, with the help of distributions only, final consumers are ready to purchase the product. So how product is accessed by the end user also need and complement the rest of the product strategy. So the product, if you want to take a proper strategy which is related to product, so of course the right strategy which is suit for the different types of product. When you are placing a product based on the certain channel we are going to fulfill here, based on the certain channel only, the flow of the product will be going for the different end consumers. Moving forward, so the channel of distribution, the concept is you must clear about the channel of distribution means what exactly. So here the different types of channels we are able to identify. For example, the producer directly is sending a product or service to the end consumer, which is nothing but zero channel. There is no, we are not able to identify at least one intermediator here or distributor. The channel is playing a very important role. So channel of distribution is a pathway or the course or route through which the product delivered or spread out, because you just assume the producer is located in Delhi, okay, so he tried to focus for the entire India. So this product, whatever the producer is produced in Delhi, it will go for the different state, different country. Okay, how it is going? Because they are choosing a right distributor. Okay, with the help of distributor, they are trying to send the goods. Now distribution channel, the distribution channel, most of the company like FMCG, industrial goods, okay, shopping goods, so everything with the help of distributor is playing a very important mediator role here, because that is nothing but the middleman approach. Okay, so a distributor channel, also called a marketing channel, the distributor whom you are appointing. For example, city like Mysore, you are appointing one distributor in Mysore. In the different area also you can appoint, which is completely based on the company policy towards the distribution. Market channel is a path or route decided by the company to deliver its goods and service to the consumer, because most of the product, farmer product, which is directly selling to the end consumer, if there is no mediator. So if in case of industrial product, so those who are requiring, which industry is required industrial product like equipment, machinery, so directly we are selling with the without connecting any intermediator, direct product is going. Now final, the customers whom they are expecting a product from the producer, so it will meet the different distribution channels. The route can be as short as direct interactions between the company and the customer, or can include several interconnected intermediator like wholesaler, distributor, retailer, agent. Okay, there are different types of middleman, they are playing very important role. So there is a lot of a difference how they are getting, what quantity they are purchasing, right time they are placing, right quantity they are placing. So based on their capacity, they are trying to go for, either they can go for wholesaler or distributor or retailer, small quantity they can purchase. Hence the distribution channel can also refers to as a set of interdependent intermediator, because a producer can sell with the help of retailer, the producer can sell with the help of wholesaler, the producer can sell directly to the customer. So completely, which is one kind of interdependent. Okay, retailer is depending on wholesaler is depending on the agent or direct producer, so which is one kind of interdependent intermediator. Help make a product available to end consumer, because Mysore city or any state, if you take example, the availability of the company, a product availability is very important, how the consumers are getting. Okay, so there are different companies are definitely they want to depend on the best distribution channel. Moving forward, now whatever we studied in the last slide, which is just giving a meaning, there is a standard definitions famous, it is given by, according to American Marketing Association, define distribution channel as a structure, okay, structure of intra-company organization unit, because the distribution channel is decided by the company. That's what intra, you can say within company they are deciding. Okay, now and extra company agents and dealer, wholesaler, retailer through the commodity product, service or market. Now intra company, what they are deciding, which kind of distribution channel is a suit for the product or service or commodity. So intra is communicating with the extra communicators like agents, wholesaler, retailer, distributor. So of course complete channel is, the process will be completing here. Now according to great writer Philip Kotler, you can say modern marketing father here, distribution channel is a set of the firm and individual that take title means, for example, the producer are producing one specific product. Now wholesaler want to get a product, whenever they are getting a product from the producer, now the title is transferring here. Okay, even the retailer also getting a title from the wholesaler. Okay, because the quantity, how much they are purchasing, which is completely based on the taking title here, or assist to transferring the title. title. Now, for example, unless the retailer is not placing order with the wholesaler, the title cannot be transferred. Even the wholesaler also same thing. Okay. So, to the particular goods and service, it move from the producer to the consumer. So most of the product you can directly, the producer can sell to end consumer. Okay, few product are depending on the different intermediaries or distributors, okay, or agent. Moving forward, so here there is one picture. You can understand how the distribution channel, different types of distribution channel is adapted by the individual companies. Now, for example, here consumer goods, if you are taking example here, the consumer goods, the producer are offering a product, okay, which is directly sold to the end consumer. Okay, so without having any intermediator. So here the produce, if in case of a second type of, here one channel you are able to identify. The producer are selling goods to the retailer. Retailer are fulfilling the requirement of the final end consumer. That is one channel communication, one channel distribution. If you try to go for the third type, so there are two channels or two intermediaries we are able to identify. So producer will sell goods to the wholesaler. Wholesaler will sell goods to the retailer. Retailer finally is going to sell the goods to the end consumers. Now producer, now in case of here three channel of communications, okay, producer, agent or broker. In case of a foreign country, if you try to go for marketing the product, okay, so you are selecting a right agent or brokers. With the help of them, they try to go for within their country. Wholesaler, they are appointing, agent is appointing a wholesaler, even the retailer. Okay, so like this, it is interconnected between producer to the end consumer. How the availability of the product which will reach to the end consumer completely. Now it is three types of channel, three types of channel, four types of channel. So like this, the channels can be extended or decided by the individual company. So in brief, next. Here there is the channel of distribution. We are not talking only related to the consumer product. Okay, we are talking related to industrial channel, even the service related. If you take a majority of service sectors, okay, they are also offering a service to the end user, those who are required survey. For example, in the service case also, when you are taking even service, we are not able to feel, we are not able to touch. In case of physical good, so mass distribution channel they are selecting because they are expecting a majority of customer, more and more customer which is related to consumer. But in case of industry, limited consumers you are able to expect, limited customers you are able to expect. Okay, compared to FMCG company, here electronic technical equipments, machinery. Okay, only industrial requirement you are fulfilling. Here M stand for manufacturer, C stand for customers. M stand for manufacturer, retailer, consumer. Manufacturer selling goods to retailer, retailer selling goods to the end consumer. Manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. Manufacturer is selecting a right agent, agent is selling goods to the wholesaler, wholesaler is selling retailer. So in case of distribution channel, like industrial distribution channel, how it is? So manufacturer or industrial customer, manufacturer or agent, like a different country, when we are getting a equipment, there is one specific agent, okay, they are dealing that kind of activity. So with the help of agents, we are getting a industrial requirement products or machinery. Manufacturer, distributor or consumer. Manufacturer, agent, distributor, retailer. So the flow of service, a flow of product, how it is, okay. And in case of service channel, okay, service provider, agent, customer. Service provider, intermediator, customer. So like this service, for example, if you take Airtel, that is also one kind of service, because each and every state they are getting a SIM card or different service are offered. Okay, internet service if you take. So even the train booking, the service, how their appointed agent, different using a different geographical location. So different types of a distribution channel, majorly consumer channel, distribution channel, service channel. Service product, those who are offering, that is coming under service. Moving forward, So now the first one, consumer channel. Consumer channel, there are million of product which is offered to the end consumer. The distribution channel also they want to design such a way that they want to design, because you can expect majority of customers compared to industry. So manufacturer may reach out of the customers either directly without using distribution channel. The manufacturer, what they are producing directly, they can sell goods to the end consumer here, okay, without having any mediators. So, or by using one or more distribution channel member, like one means a wholesaler with the help of producer or selecting only for wholesaler. The flow of product will be producer, wholesaler, wholesaler to consumers. Okay, and if they are using a two channel, like a wholesaler or appointing, they are trying to sell with the help of a retailer. Now, two channel we are able to identify the members, how many members they are involved in your marketing activity. So first one, manufacturer to consumer. Any manufacturer directly they are focusing a goods to the end consumer, which is directly reached to the end consumer. So here there is no mediator. The company contact customers directly through salesperson or mail or telephone or internet, or make a sale. Now the company are sending a continuous email, or directly the company are calling for the customer, this kind of product is I am offering, okay, directly they are approaching without connecting any mediators here. Directly the sales will be completing, the sales process will be completing. The product are sent directly to customer. Now here the salesperson or salesman are appointed by the company. The company, when they appointed salesperson, they are trying to go and approach directly for the consumers. That's what the consumers are getting a more clarity about your product. So in case of technical goods, of course the salesman is very important, okay, because the technical aspect questions will be consumer can ask, okay, by the manufacturer. For example, here Avon Cosmetic, they are directly focusing a direct customer without using any intermediator. And if you go for the Tupperware is related to kitchen, okay, so directly they are also focusing, okay, without having any intermediator. And AquaGuard and even Amazon.com, so directly they are selling a product for end consumer. Amazon is a online platform, even the consumers can book sitting in their home only, they can purchase whatever the product is required for their requirement. Moving forward, here one channel we are able to identify, because in between manufacturer and consumers, the retailer is playing important role here. So with the help of retailer, they try to focus a more customers. The retailer have a grown in this size, because in today's scenario the retail sector are booming. So that's what the retail demand, retailers we are able to identify, the mass retailers we are able to identify. So retailer have a grown in size. Growth in the retailer size means that it has become economic for manufacturer to supply directly to retailer rather than through the wholesaler, because the company are directly if they are appointed for the wholesaler, which is going for one more process called retailer. So instead of taking a support from the wholesaler, the company are directly selling for the retailer, small retailer, splitting the quantity for number of parts. For example, here supermarket and corporate retailer like Walmart is the best example, because they are trying to focus with the help of retailers, not wholesaler. Moving forward, now third one, manufacturer appointed or with the help of two channel. Now we are able to identify in between manufacturing and consumer, we are able to identify one is wholesaler and retailer. The flow of goods and service with the help of the right directions, okay. For small retailer with limited order quantity, the use of wholesaler make economic sense. That means wholesaler always purchasing a bulk quantity from the producer. But in case of retailer, they are purchasing a small quantity from the wholesaler. So that's why the wholesaler is always purchasing a more quantity from the producer. The same quantity, whatever he purchased from the producer, he will divide it into number of retailers requirement basis. Okay. So wholesaler buy a bulk quantity from the producer and sell smaller quantity to the numerous retailers. Now fourth one, Manufacturer, now agent 1, wholesaler 2, retailer 3. Now it is 2 channel, now it is 3 channel. Like this, the channels can be extended based on the company distribution policy. Company use this channel when it is entire foreign market. When the company are dealing with the different country, they are appointing a agent. Okay, within their country, we are able to identify a best agent. So they will take care the complete marketing activities which is related to the consumer product. Okay, it does not have enough sales to warrant the setting up of the sales and distribution infrastructure, and therefore delegating the task of selling its product to an agent who does not take a little of goods, because the agent when you are when within our country means we have a complete freedom, we can go and investigate, we can check so how much they are placing order. In case of other country, when we are appointing agent, so we are not able to monitor the activity. So that's what. So the agent contact wholesaler in the foreign market and receive commission on sale. Whenever the sales is happening, then only the agents are getting commission. So he is completely depending on this commission basis. Okay. So based on he is not forcing for the, he is not expecting a majority sales, because he is dealing only for commission basis, right? That's what. Moving forward. Now, the second channel of distribution, industry. So, whichever the product or machinery equipment is offered for the industrial requirement, so the industrial product or machinery which is meeting the different channel. Okay, so industrial channel are usually shorter than the consumer channel. It include the following. That means what? The when you are comparing the consumer market, consumer product or consumer distribution, you can expect majority of sales. But in case of industry, we are expecting only few sales. Few sales means those who are really required. The limited customers here in this case. Okay. So manufacturer to direct industrial customer. The manufacturer, whatever they are offering a machinery or equipment according to the industrial requirement, which is a standardized or customized machinery. So whatever they are expecting, so directly they are selling without having any intermediator. This is a common channel for expensive industrial product like heavy equipment and machines. Okay, so those who are, for example, if you take the example for Bemmel, they are always producing heavy equipments, heavy vehicles. So based on the army requirement, they are trying to go for taking a steps to go for the industrial fulfilling. So this kind of materials, when we are getting, we are depending, industry are depending, of course the manufacturer are directly focusing for the industrial requirement. So there need to be a closer relationship between the manufacturer and the customer. Okay, of course they need to maintain a closer relation, then only we can expect the sales from the industry customer, because the product affect the operation of the buyer, because the product, whenever if they are not received right and the machine or any equipment, of course they cannot go further step. The seller has to participate in the many activity like installations, commissioning, quality control and maintenance jointly with the buyer, because after getting a huge equipment, okay, or heavy equipment or machinery, next part immediately the installation part. Okay, so there are too many activity which is related to industrial product. The seller is responsible for many aspects of the operation of the product long after the product is sold. The seller, those who are offering a industrial requirement, of course they need to maintain after sale service also. If the machine is not working, again the buyer will contact directly for the seller, okay, or manufacturer. Moving forward. So next, under industrial channel, manufacturer are appointing agent. So with the help of one channel of distribution, industrial product can be offered to the industrial customers. Okay. So a company that sell industrial product can employ the service of an agent, because either they are dealing within India or outside country. Okay, so of course they are depending a agent, because in the connectivity between the industry customer and manufacturer, the agent is taking a very important role for the connectivity. Okay, so the agent is finding a best industrial customers for the manufacturers who sell the range of product from several producer on a commission basis. The agent always, the name only suggesting, the agent is always expecting a commission. He is not expecting any salary. He is dealing, whenever he sold, definitely he will get the commissions. Such an arrangement spread selling cost, and it's beneficial to company who do not have a resource to set up their own sales and distribution operation. Because if you appointed any agent to just market the product which is related to industrial product, so of course he is expecting only based on the commission. Okay, so he is expecting a commission on the basis of sales. So it is nothing but which is a resource you are diverting, because you are not using your company own resource like salesperson. Okay, we are just giving a commissions to expect a sales. Moving forward, now under industrial channel, manufacturer, distributor. Okay, manufacturer appointed distributor. Okay, now distributor is selling, finding a customer for industrial customer. Okay, so for less expensive, because less expensive, every company whenever they're selecting a distribution channel, they try to avoid the unnecessary cost which is related to distribution. More frequently purchased product, because there are too many spare parts, the machine also depending too many spare parts. If the spare parts is completely damaged or not in the working condition, so obviously they are purchasing with the help of distributor, because most of the companies like automobile industry, so they appointed distributor for the different components. So industrial requirement, the machine whatever it is there for component which is related to industrial components. Okay, distributor are used. The company has both internal and field sales staff, because the company having a salesman, so the sales staff or salesman are visiting a industry, different distributor point, for just for checking the performance of the distributor. Internal staff deal with the customers and distributor generator inquiry. Okay, internal staff deal with customers and distributor generated inquiry and order placing, order follow up and checking up inventory level. The salesman, those who are the company industry manufacturer appointed a salesman, they are just what they are doing, after getting a inquiry from the distributor, they need to take the action. The salesman is taking a action. They want to go for checking the inventory level, what is the stock available in this distributor point. Even the follow-up call is taken care by the salesman. Okay, so the complete process on behalf of the distributor, the salesman are taking the next step to go converting a finished stock, finished goods. So the step what they are taking, the salesman, just for converting a finished call, that means the customers are ready to purchase their product. So outside sales staff is proactive. Okay, next, manufacturers to agent to distributor to here in the industrial we are able to identify there are two channel of distribution. The manufacturer appointed agent, agent is selling goods to distributor, finally distributor are selling goods to industry customers. So the manufacturer employed an agent rather than the dedicating sales force to serve distributor, mainly because it is less expensive to do it. So in this case, the agent is rather than dedicating the sales force, because the company having a salesman, okay, sales force just for selling the product, okay, whatever they offer to the end consumer. So here the agent is taking a lot of effort here. In case of when you are not able to expect or spend too much expenditures toward the sales force or cost. Okay, so of course you are, rather than the dedicating sales force, the agent is only expecting a sales based on the commission. The agent may sell the goods to several suppliers to an industrial distributor who further sell to the business user, because the agent are selling goods to the different supplier or distributor. Okay, with the help of this kind of channel only, finally we are expecting a business user. Next, under service channel, the distribution, because in the when which is a physical product, how many product are available, there are too many service are available for the end consumer. The how the service channel will take care for when they are rendering a service to the service provider. Okay, so the service provider, when they are rendering a service to the service needed people, so the distribution channel for service are usually short and are either direct or use of an agent, because the most of the MNC company, they are just entering a different country. Okay, they are marketing the product. So even the service provider also, they want to provide the service to the end consumers. Okay, so when they are offering a service, of course there is a service provider we need to identify. So you have to identify from this origin where it is exactly the service is rendering. Okay, we are getting. So different country, different state, the service the service provider, how they are distributing the service. Service provided to consumer and industrial customer. Okay, now service provider and consumer or industrial consumer, either consumer basis the service is offered, even the industrial basis also service is offered. Even the consumer also, they need internet connection. The industry people also, they need internet connection. Okay, agent are used when the service provider is geographically away from the customer, because the service provider is located in USA. If you want to get the same service in India, so of course the company like USA service provider, they want to choose a right distribution channel. When it is economical for provider to establish its own local sales team, local with the help of, for example, within in your area only we are able to purchase a mobile SIM card and all, we are able to purchase, because customer have a complete freedom to choose any kind of service. And even second one, service provider via internet or consumer basis or industrial customer basis. The customer basis, the service is provided through the internet. Suppose see the Amazon, if you try to download ebook, so you can get the same service, okay, which is one kind of product you are purchasing. Same thing, internet service or antivirus service. Okay, Kaspersky, if you take example, okay, just after paying after billing, okay, immediately you can download, even you can get the key. Okay, the password is whatever it is necessary to install the software, okay. So the same thing, the service provider through the internet also you are getting many service. Increasingly the service like music, software solution and financial information, okay, are being distributed via internet. Now everything, the service, many product are offering with the help of internet, so the consumers are able to get their service very easily. It is very useful channel for information product. You can download the ebooks. For example, e-ticket, Indian Railway. Okay, many passenger, they are booking the ticket with the help of internet source. The after payment procedures is completed, they are able to download the ticket. They can travel wherever they think. Okay, keep on watch for next section. Thank you.